About 330 students on campus struggle with celiac disease, so chances are you probably know someone that struggled with it. So next time you eat a piece of bread, don't take it for granted. I actually have Emma here live. Why do you think college students should really get involved with politics?
I think that college students should get involved because this is our future that we're talking about. This is our children's future, and you want to make sure that we ensure that in the best way we can.
That's right, Josh. Today is World Dyslexia Day, and it's a great reminder for people with dyslexia like myself of the resources we have, like Nelms Dyslexia Center.
Dyslexia is a neurological condition that affects spelling, reading, and other language skills. It's commonly diagnosed in children, but it can be diagnosed at any age.
If you think you might have dyslexia, you can visit the Nelms Dyslexia Center on College Avenue, and you can wear red all month long to support dyslexia awareness. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Katie Glanton. Thank you. Yeah, when we don't get rain, farmers have to rely on other means to water their crops, and it can cause a strife on their livelihood.
Since Northwest Arkansas hasn't had a noticeable rainfall since the end of August, it would fit into that category.
There's no noticeable rain in this next 7 days based on the forecast of local meteorologists. So it's easy to say that the drought is not going anywhere anytime soon. Reporting live for UATV at Reagan Family Farms, I'm Katie Glanton.
Invisible disabilities are disabilities that are not immediately apparent. More than 70% of disabilities diagnosed are considered invisible.
But it wasn't until I took one class that the teacher just really did not understand the concept of me having an invisible disability, really. And so it took a lot of communication to work through the problems that I was having.
The director of the CEA shares her perspective on invisible disabilities.
Yeah, the majority of our students have what we call invisible disabilities. We have about 3,700 students registered with us, and the overwhelming population are those with invisible disabilities.
Invisible disabilities are more common than you think. So just because you don't see someone with a disability doesn't mean they don't have one.
I don't believe that I would be a successful student if it weren't for CEA.
As of September 22nd, the award-winning TV show Friends turned 30 years old. Although many college students were not alive during the run of Friends, many have seen almost all of it through the rise in streaming services. According to Evoca.tv, there are only 68.7 million households in the U.S. that have a cable subscription. That is a decline of 34.57% since 2010. And that is even lower for college students. In fact, most college students prefer streaming services over cable when watching TV shows.
I feel like the older generations watch live TV now, but nobody my age I know has cable anymore.
The news business, which relies on live TV, has been having to adjust as people do not watch live TV as much as they used to. Doug Warner, a KNWA news anchor and reporter, says that because people can get news so fast, the news industry has to adapt to the changing times.
Newscasts in particular were called appointment TV. People would make appointments to watch. I'm going to watch the news at 5, or maybe there was somebody that made an appointment to watch it at 6 or 10. They were real specific about that's when I'm going to tune in. And now, obviously, with the invention of these cell phones and all these other platforms, we've all been trained, especially the new generation coming up. They want information now.
According to the Pew Research Center, 86% of adults say they at least get some news from a smartphone, computer, or tablet. The study also says that digital devices are the most common way for Americans to receive news, although 63% also sometimes get their news from live newscasts.
A need for all facets of it. For instance, so many people don't say satellite these days, which is great. But when there's severe weather out there and the wind's really howling, what's one of the first things that typically go out? Someone's satellite. So you need to have all the other platforms up and running. So I always think there'll be a need for all avenues of it.